Hey, Rhea, you been waiting long?
No, about 20 minutes. Not that long.
All right. Well, I thought I was going to beat you here, but I guess I didn't. You know, today we're going to do another Freedom series. Yeah, this new one is about the value of citizenship. The U.S. always talks about the value of their citizenship and how important their passport is. And it is when you're traveling internationally, you know. But what's the real value of your citizenship to the citizens that live in the country? That's what we're going to talk about today. And that's what we're going to talk about the citizens here in Vietnam and the value of their citizenship and the value of a citizen in the U.S. We're not talking about traveling. I'm going to have a touch of this cappuccino. So what I'm going to say to start with is that I think the U.S. has bragging rights, but I don't think that the citizenship actually has that much value to the citizens that are living there. Did you know that in the USA, 16 states allow illegal aliens to get driver's license?
For real?
Yeah, for real. That's kind of wild, but in 16 states. That's, to me, is kind of a crazy thing. In Vietnam, it's very difficult to get a driver's license. Even the tests are given in Vietnamese.
Hard to get.
Yeah, and they only last as long as your visa. So they're protecting their rights for their citizens. So no illegal alien here is going to get a driver's license. In the U.S., 16 states, an illegal alien can get one. Now that's absurd. So how valuable is that? You know, the other thing is too, in the U.S., the citizens pay to educate illegal aliens.
They're more important than the citizens.
The citizens' money's important because the taxpayers are paying for it. So that's just not so in Vietnam. In Vietnam, if you're an immigrant here, a legal immigrant on a visa, whether it's a work permit or a tourist or a business visa, whatever, and your kids need to go to school, they're going to have to pay for it. You know, it's not going to be free. You know, another thing too, the United States sells the country to foreigners. You know, people from China and people from all over the world can buy property in the U.S. The thing that it just kind of amazes me, you know, that, I mean, we'll let Chinese, mainland Chinese, buy factories and things in the U.S. and own the property. So they certainly can buy property. You know, you can be living in your house there in the U.S. and illegals can buy the house next to you. Now that's not going to happen here. The foreigners here can't even buy property. So that's just, it's totally out of the question.
Yes, they have lots of privileges about the non-citizens.
Yeah, the non-citizens of the U.S. have a lot of privileges. You know, another thing that we give people in the U.S. is birthright citizenship. So if your parents are illegal aliens or if they're just foreigners visiting the country, they are citizens. If their kid's born in the USA, they're automatically a citizen. No, that doesn't happen here. You know, doesn't happen in the Philippines either. No. No, you have to be have legal citizens of the country you're in order to have a child that is also a legal citizen. In the U.S., just not the case. We have birthright citizenship. There's been a lot of talk about eliminating birthright citizenship, but it just never seems to go anywhere. You know, another thing that is interesting here is that if you're a Vietnamese, you pay your taxes here. You know, if you have a business, you pay your taxes. They have VAT tax here. In the U.S., you pay your taxes no matter where you are. So you have to, if you live in Egypt, you have to file your American income tax every year, even if you live in another country.
Yeah.
So,
I was talking with my friend about in the U.S. Just paying every month taxes.
Yeah.
Taxes everything.
taxes everything. That's the fact. But I just think it's interesting that the U.S. requires their citizens to pay tax even if they're not living there.
Yeah.
are not only pay the tax, but they have to.
Even if you're a tourist, you have to pay the taxes.
Yeah, you file your taxes every year, no matter what. Of course, illegal immigrants don't file too many tax returns. No. But if you're a U.S. citizen and you're outside the country living, you still have to file your tax returns for the United States. Another thing, too, is that an illegal immigrant or an immigrant to the United States, doesn't matter which kind, legal or illegal, once you're in the United States, you have the same constitutional rights as a citizen has. So other than your rights as an immigrant, where you could get deported for not having the right paperwork or anything, you have all the other same rights. So in Vietnam, that's not true. Well, the citizens here have rights that aren't given to citizens of other countries, ever. Like here, if you want to wire your mom in the Philippines, if you want to wire her some money, you can't do it. Not from Vietnam.
Yeah, I know that.
But if you're in the United States, whether you're an illegal or a legal immigrant or a tourist or whatever, you can send money out of the country. How does that make any sense? That only encourages people to come to the country and work and take jobs that American citizens could have, and in doing so, diminish the value of the citizenship of the citizens. Another thing that cannot be done in Vietnam that is done in the U.S. is once a person's inside the United States, they have a right to protection under the law, so they can take grievances to court. So if they are threatened with deportation, that they can go to the courts and fight it. And in here, if they want to deport you, you're out the door. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, and you're bunny.
Yeah. Illegal aliens in the U.S. are given amnesty, which basically gives them all the rights of a U.S. citizen. And even though they can't get a U.S. passport and things like that, they have all the other rights of a U.S. citizen. So the amnesty for people like DACA is another thing that reduces the value of the citizenship that an American holds.
DACA.
That's the program that was set up under Obama. If their parents brought them here, they were young, they just let them stay. I don't remember the exact name for that. I'll have to look that up. But we'll look it up and put it on the screen. Nearly anybody can be a U.S. citizen. There's really, doesn't matter where you're from or what your beliefs are or anything. If you want to sign up to be a U.S. citizen and want to go through the process, you can be one. Even children that come in with illegal parents.
Can be a citizen. They want to apply.
Right. If they want to apply for citizenship, they can become citizens too.
Yeah, that's the only good thing about in USA. If you go there, you're just a tourist or you want to stay longer, you can apply for citizenship.
You definitely can. Another thing that we have in the U.S. is we can have dual citizenship, which is a pretty nice thing. Vietnam adopted the policy to let its citizens have dual citizenship also. So from that standpoint, in Philippines too, yeah. In that respect, I think those three countries, anyway, that we know about, are pretty much the same. Yeah, dual citizenship's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, another thing that's really unusual to me is that in the U.S., foreign residents can vote. Not everywhere, but in some cities and municipalities, they're allowed to vote. If they have a residence in that city or in that county, and that county allows immigrants to vote, they can definitely vote.
You need to be registered to be voters.
Yeah, you have national voter registration.
I have a national voter's ID registration, but I didn't register it, so I can't vote anymore. It's been a long time I didn't vote.
Been a long time since you've lived there. The point that I'm getting to with this video is that the value of the U.S. citizenship has diminished because of our open door policy, our policy that lets people buy land, buy up our businesses, buy our corporations, buy our resources. just like remember the Uranium One deal,
Yeah.
where the Russians buy our uranium? All of these things diminish the value of the U.S. citizenship. So other than for travel, I don't feel like that the U.S. offers a lot of advantages to the citizens. I think if you're in a country like Vietnam that protects its citizens from foreign incursions, from legal or illegal immigrants, I think that the value of your citizenship is higher. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel and click the notification button so that you won't miss any more of the Freedom series. We've got several more coming.
Hit the like button.
The like button. This is JR, the expat Saigon, and Raya saying thank y'all for watching.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.